Greetings, superior beings, greetings, supreme being. Welcome to Universal Peace Television, the channel Universal Peace Tube on YouTube. This is the broadcast SpaceX hoax or fake? Question mark. And so today I want to investigate into SpaceX. There are people that so this other article I'm not going to report about anything on nowthisinfo.com because that's censored by YouTube for some reason. Probably because they blame Zionists instead of Jesuits and Masons, etc. So it may be a controlled opposition thing. I don't know. But this is not about it. It's about SpaceX. So there are different elements, so I thought first let's check Wikipedia about SpaceX, what SpaceX is. It sounds like space sex, but it's not that, I think. We even have spacex.com. So if it's a hoax, then they have to sell it, of course. But they're not the NASA Freemasons, so we see Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy, Dragon updates about SpaceX. SpaceX designs, manufactures and launches advanced rockets and spacecraft. The company was founded in 2002 to revolutionize space technology with the ultimate goal of enabling people to live on other planets. To colonize the universe, but nearest Earth-like planet is millions of light years away, so even at the speed of light it would take us light years to get there, basically, many years. Like a million years or whatever. So we'd need cloaking technology, flying saucers, stuff like that. So could this be another hoax next to NASA, because people are beginning to suspect the NASA Freemasons, because there are so many people that claim that the Apollo moon landings are fake beyond any reasonable doubt. It's proven beyond any reasonable doubt the Apollo moon landings are fake. And I know that for sure. I've also covered it in my previous broadcasts. So I'm absolutely certain about this conspiracy fact, not a conspiracy theory. Also about the fact that people have conspired to illegally depopulate the earth instead of protect and serve the taxpayers. So there are lots of videos on YouTube of people that claim that it's fake. SpaceX fake rocket landing, and now they have what? A little Tesla car model in space or something. Pictures, you could argue that's another medium than video. So here the shadow, they claim, is not in the correct spot when the sun is over here. The Earth is oblong, to keep it clear, almost a perfect sphere, because fluids in space form a sphere, a perfect ball. So I'm not a flat earther, I'm a conspiracy factist, not a conspiracy theorist like Alex Jones claims to be. And I've exposed him as controlled opposition and many other people as well, also called gatekeepers and shills. Anyway, if it is a real hoax, you also have many people that claim they can show you why it's fake, but then they show you all kinds of inconclusive evidence and BS. Controlled opposition is also into that, so it's a different form of controlled opposition basically. So the Apollo moon landings are fake, proven by the fact that NASA has released videos with audio on the moon, sound on the moon. When they move that plate, you can hear the sound of the plate falling. That's totally impossible, instead of the F word. So I'm trying to censor my videos more so that I can stay on YouTube. So if people, live callers, want to call, that's okay, but no racism, no anti-Semitism, and no homophobia in my broadcasts. Also no heterophobia. It's the same thing, you could argue. I noticed this picture. I thought this dude of SpaceX, what's his name, with the Skull and Bones logo, is he 322 Skull and Bones? And was Tim Russert killed before because he interviewed Bush and Kerry and asked them if they are members of this so-called secret society? Well, if it's a secret society, then why does everybody know about it in the US? And why are they so reluctant to speak about it? Because it's a secret society. So it's also on YouTube. But I'm not so much interested in this rocket landing as I am in this video, because I did a video about it, and there was a video glitch that I've shown in my video. And they also claim to be live on YouTube all the time. Live views of Starman. And I don't even know for sure what it is, so I could also Google. Here, live, and another one live. Watch live SpaceX to launch Falcon 9 rocket 9:17 EST. $259 watching and 346 watching. So we can also monitor what they're saying in the chat. Many people, well, usually it's stuck on many people writing fake, 100% fake, etc. And bubbles, they see bubbles. But the question in this case is, can they be bubbles? And Michael Jackson's monkey was also called Bubbles, and in the right top corner we see a sort of monkey, which may also be the first monkey in space. So it's a monkey in a spacesuit. And that's wrong to do with the NASA Freemasons. Dehumanizing people is always wrong. There, you see that stuff floating up, sort of. So in which direction is this thing traveling, and what is that stuff floating up all the time? Well, I already know they would claim it's space debris, but bubbles move in a different way than space debris or dust would. You can clearly see that in some of their videos, that cannot be space debris. Clearly it must be bubbles, so they must be in a water tank with a gigantic screen projector projecting the Earth, is what lots of people think. And that number is increasing of people that think that because NASA faked the Apollo moon landings, and that's proven beyond any reasonable doubt. They know I'm a conspiracy factist. I'm a truth teller, so I try to be as truthful and accurate as possible. So if there are any mistakes or lies in this broadcast, please Skype Prologic 999 immediately. The number 999. Oh yeah, with the cancer cell phone. You must use your cancer cell phone. It's just an idea. Well, there's not much written in the chat at the moment. Is it sort of hanging, or is there any audio with this?
You hear music. What you really hear when you hear melody is the interval.
Well, there appears to be some music with it. But I think it's just a recording, and perhaps we'll be able to see the glitch again. 720p should suffice, and that's perhaps the most used. And the glitch will appear here when the Earth moves there. But in this case, I think it's not going to move over that spot that I've covered in my video on my channel, or BC Hoffman on YouTube. So this is Universal Peace Tube. See if there are any glitches near the helmet. Well, you could see it a little bit, but maybe when it circles again in that manner, with the Earth more lower basically on the screen, more covering the back of the car, then you can see that glitch that I'm talking about. But my point is, these glitches don't prove it either. So I'm looking for evidence, proof that proves beyond any reasonable doubt that SpaceX is hoax and that SpaceX is fake, and that NASA is also faking Hubble. The Hubble Space Telescope is fake. I've done a broadcast about it, a separate broadcast with all these NASA hoaxes, and I indicate which ones are possible hoaxes and which ones are definitely proven to be fake. So that's on that other channel, or BC Hoffman, which has about 960 videos, which might disappear soon if I get another strike. What they do is they falsely accuse people of cyberbullying, and that's also impossible because I had no one live in the broadcast. But then they say, then you don't understand cyberbullying. Okay, so it's about someone else claiming that it's some crime perpetrated by Zionists, and I claim it's done by Jesuits and Masons, and not all Zionists are involved in that, so you cannot blame all the Jewish people or all Zionists, and you're an anti-Semite, and that's simply illegal. It will not be tolerated. So I'm not the person claiming that, but from the title, because there was not enough room to also write article review behind it to indicate it's a review of another person's article. Plus, people can turn off their YouTube video when they're watching a channel they don't like it, then they can simply switch to another one. They don't have to watch these videos. It's not like they're forced with their eyes open like that to watch this video all day and all night. Perhaps someone is there in a cage somewhere and they've locked them up and they are forced to watch these YouTube videos, and then it's on autoplay, and then they cannot control the video that will be shown, and the person is of course not capable of switching to another YouTube channel or switching off the video. Well, it's weird. Some people also think they want us to know that it's a hoax. They expose themselves. So perhaps it's part of some form of tyranny, basically. Perhaps it has to do with depopulating Earth and misleading humans about the technology they currently have available to them to space travel. And one of the reasons, perhaps the most plausible reason, that they haven't, that it's impossible to land on the moon, is that they cannot get through the Van Allen belt. 2 Van Allen belts they have to travel through if they want to get to the moon. Because the other reasons that they think space travel is impossible might not be valid. If you can see the ISS and the Astra satellites from Earth, how can these be fake? How can they be fake when you can observe them with a telescope and with pictures, these geostationary satellites, while all the stars move? It's impossible that they faked it. So I think they are probably real. But to verify this, I would have to see the ISS through a telescope with my own eyes, or watch or take pictures on which I can see these geostationary satellites with a long shutter speed. It's just a matter of putting your camera on the floor somewhere high up so that you can see the complete sky, and then have the longest shutter speed of an hour or so with a very small diaphragm or whatever, very small lens opening. And then others have made these pictures, and on that you can see it, but that can also be photoshopped, you know, so but it's relatively easy to do. And then you could argue that even if it is a geostationary thing, how can you be sure it's not a star or something that's naturally geostationary. For example, the moon is constantly facing the Earth with the same side. The same side of the moon is always, if you have Earth here spinning here and the moon is spinning around it, then it's always with the same side towards the Earth. That's interesting as well. Most planets with a moon have a moon that circles as well, basically. So how can that be? Was the moon first connected to the Earth and then slowly, perhaps it was the Earth was first, like the Earth's magma core is still spinning at a faster or slower speed than the Earth's mantle, basically, and the whole Earth was fluid, and that's why it became round the way it is. Also, water is on it, so that's also making it rounder. If it would have been solid, then perhaps life would have been impossible without water. So water may be the source of all life needed for abiogenesis. I haven't checked this yet, so it's about formation of living things from matter, basically, abiogenesis. In my previous broadcast I've also covered this, when the Earth was formed, when the first humans started to appear, how long ago it all is, according to the scientists. That have studied long and hard to get where they are today. So sometimes I question everything. I think that's good, to get in contact with reality, and perhaps we should do it all the time. So that can easily be a studio light. I doubt if the sun would look like that. Well, it is kind of boring. The chat is also not moving. We can check the other one, if that's still available. Check if they have sound. Oh, they say replay. Basically, somebody writes, enough insulting people on what they believe. Beethoven's Baton writes that. But if you lie to people and pretend that there is something that there is not, then that's an insult, you could argue. And that's one of the reasons, only one, that religion is an abomination. And for that, people can look in their history books, all the things that were done, all the murders, all the blood drinking in the name of religion. And they claim it's monotheism, when they also claim that Satan also exists, etc. But it's total BS. Religion, of course, religion is a lie, religion is an abomination, and religion is slavery for the mind. To quote Freud, religion is an illusion. Illusion. Gonna be the way. There's just this confusion. (1823). And the opposite of an illusion is a reality or truth. You can look up a better antonym probably. Real, something real. So perhaps it would be good to explain to us what these things floating up are. I made a lol with an extra big O. Earth is cubical. Lol. This looked like a giant dildo in a pool, basically. That parts to electrify themselves. But this is pretty peaceful, isn't it? It is pretty peaceful. Would be nicer if there would be a nice single female, like a massage and stuff. But for now that's not gonna happen, I think. We don't have to worry about that. With these creeps isolating and torturing innocent civilians. So you could argue nobody is themselves, even if they are not brain controlled. They are programmed. Well, what some people write, you could argue, is illegal. That's cyberbullying. However, I'm just showing the chat. Most people write something else, and I'm not going to focus on that in this broadcast. It's about SpaceX. So around the helmet, you see, it's So what way is there to verify if this stuff is real? Oh yeah, I was also going to check out what it is actually, what we're looking at. Not many interesting remarks in the chat. So this is the trajectory of the roadster, green line, and this is the trajectory of Mars. So they will more or less intersect, supposedly. will be able to find out what these little bubbles or space debris, what it is. Because if there's no water, then there cannot be ice. So it can be ice if there's no water. And if there's water, then where does the water come from? And what is this setup basically? How would it look from a meter or two away? Is a tiny model car, scale model car in space, or there was no wiki article that I could click on. Another thing is there are supposedly cameras on both sides of the car. So then why can't you see the camera on the other side in this position? The middle of the screen is here, so here is where the other camera would be. If this is exactly 90 degrees, etc. So perhaps they cannot show you a picture or anything that shows what this is connected to and how it looks from a distance. If they film it in the studio, then they cannot show you that, because it's not really in space. But we were gonna check these, what these are, if not air bubbles. Supposedly they are.
I keep seeing all these little parcels or bits flying all over the place. Any idea what they are? Circled in green. Here is one moving in front of the Earth. Two, they look like some sort of flakes. Initial guess would be condensation released by heating, moving parts. Ono Sendai February 7th at 1:33. There are several if not many answers already here about the sources of the floaters seen around spacecraft after burns have stopped. This question should not be closed for primarily opinion based, and those that voted that way should be instructed not to just randomly click reasons willy-nilly. You all February 7th at 5:36. When I was asking the same question. Here's a video of them here. I don't think they are radiation flashes on the camera sensor, because they appear behind the car windshield. Carlos February 7th at 14:33. 2 answers active. Oldest votes up, vote 0 down, vote accepted. I noticed that as well and was reminded of the fireflies seen with John Glenn in the film The Right Stuff. They're almost certainly illuminated frost flakes. As the upper stage rotated in and out of the sunlight, the frost flaked off and swirled about in the light. Sources: https://www.universitytoday.com/82211/ The Mystery of John Glenn's Fireflies returns/ http://www.current.com/news/nation world/article/ The story behind astronaut John Glenn S107834888.php. Share improve this answer. Answered February 8th at 1:29 Met 026 1413. Add a comment.
Well, it's unbelievable. There was somebody in my head saying we forgot there was no water. So it cannot be frost, it cannot be water, condensation or vapor. And the way it floats, all in the same direction, etc. But some other things are floating in there as well once in a while. However, it doesn't prove anything. Perhaps you should ask NASA or the SpaceX people. Why is my microphone so soft? So it's not auto-adjusting, and I don't want it to, so that's but they must have turned it down because I didn't turn down the volume of my microphone. Well, so far the show or broadcast kind of sucks, but this is just an investigative program at the moment. Still thinks space travel is fake. Well, usually it's not still thinking it, it's after seeing how they faked Apollo moon landings, etc. Wondering why is there no live camera view of Earth from the moon, for example. Oh. I want to read that later. Perhaps, but perhaps not. Perhaps this is more interesting. Flat earther. Well, let's avoid flat earthers. Because they must be either low IQ or scammers in on hoaxing the people. And in the latter case, they may have other interesting truths that they mix with this lie. To form controlled opposition. To prevent real resistance. So that people say, hey, if you quote that person, then you're a conspiracy theorist, etc. You should be put in a straitjacket and given electroconvulsive therapy. Electroshock. It's good for everything. So, I'm still for banning electroshock worldwide, because it always increases the victim's suicide risk. And it always causes these electroshock victims brain damage, as you can see on the MRI scans. So electroshock should have been banned worldwide, and there are people lying about this. Also crisis actors are involved, even in your head. So to them it's all a show. They're like illusionists, and they see it as a form of control when they can mislead a person, trick a person, etc. But they should control the factors that control aging instead of spend another trillion on nuclear weapons and on fake space trips to Mars, etc. So they think SpaceX faked its rocket landing. Vice.com 2016. I'm looking for something to read. If you have any good information and you're watching this live, then you can Skype ProLogic999 and then I can cover that article or video live in my broadcast. So perhaps I'll have to do another prepared broadcast where I've delved deeper into this, because for the viewers it's kind of boring. And the video with the glitch, etc. is covered in my previous broadcast. It doesn't prove that it's fake. Also, if you have any proof that proves beyond any reasonable doubt the Holocaust was real or fake, then I would like to have that. That was what I was initially looking for, because I thought if it's real, then there must be loads of evidence that proves that it's real beyond any reasonable doubt. That 6 million people died in gas chambers, etc. But I only found what they call evidence to the contrary, basically, and that's how that went. So I'm not going to cover that anymore, because the fact of the matter is Hitler was known for global government, they call it nowadays, instead of a New World Order. The Third Reich, basically. For centralization, power to the beta or one person instead of power to the people, decentralization. So that's what it's about when you talk about a global government. It's about centralization, giving one person or a small group of people control of the whole world, instead of several countries with their leaders and appointed democratically elected governments, etc. And some people are never going to let that happen. They know the future of humanity is at stake, and power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Tesla Roadster hoax. Okay, this might be something. Well, they are videos, so not too much text. We can read that fast.
Beta, trending, new, hot, promoted, sign up, login, post. SpaceX Falcon Heavy Elon Musk Starman Tesla Roadster hoax, CGI and green screen evidence flat jack, 41, inflate Earth, 9 days ago, Part 1, SpaceX staged hoaxes, too much evidence to deny they lied, Part 2 showing how SpaceX and the media manipulate everything on TV, 360 green, blue screen acting, Part 3 SpaceX exposed, Falcon Heavy landing 100% fake. Fake news, hoax, 2018 green screen CGI lies, Flat Earth SpaceX Tesla NASA Space 9 days ago by Flatjack, 41 $1.31, 2 votes, reply 422, authors get paid when people like you upvote their post. If you enjoyed what you read here, create your account today and start earning free Steam, sort order, trending, RSC 22730. Middle. 7 days ago, just saying that SpaceX lies doesn't prove that the Earth is flat, $0, reply middle. Flatjack, 41, middle. 7 days ago, indeed you are correct, no evidence of curvature to be found proves it isn't a round ball, and the reason why they are faking space and pictures of a ball Earth, spin, etc. $0. Reply middle dot middle dot, RSC 227:30, middle dot 7 days ago. Have you heard of lack of evidence isn't evidence of absence? $0. Reply middle dot middle dot middle dot, Flatjack, 41, middle dot 7 days ago. Question mark $0. Reply.
On the restaurant, you'll notice all.
So the information and videos are found via steemit.com, not stream it, but steemit. And this is a YouTube video. There you can always click on YouTube and then it opens the video on YouTube. It's still a bit slow, I think.
All the umbrellas how they normally are on it.
So this is Big Papa Truth, published February 12, 2018, so that's pretty recent.
Let's take a good look, everybody. You rewind this, download this, share this information, because this is solid. I'm being harassed already over it, and I'm not gonna disobey the one who gave me this gift of discernment. I'm gonna try to help everybody else to see it too. Some people just don't want to see it. Some people are scared of it. Look, week also under the pier background. Let's take another look at another one of their videos from last week, also under the pier.
So people filming their screen can have to do with the evidence. If you use a recorder software, then at the end you can find out that it's not recorded. And if you've been doing a broadcast of an hour or two, then that's... well, sometimes it's just more reliable to use a camera, because they can erase these recordings with wireless energy. So that can be a reason to film the screen instead.
You'll notice, once again, handful of actors in the front, always blocking, and then there's the building. Take a good look at the crane in the building. Here's another story from right there. Another camera. You see, they're always at the same spots. They always have a sound system, directors, whole 9 yards, people. I'm gonna blow the lid off this. I want you to also take a look at all the umbrellas. You're gonna mainly see that they're all striped, not dark blue. Here's the buildings that have been built since then. This was as construction was going on. You've seen the crane. This is then, since they've been done.
The man that was lost at sea?
I really hope
It's like a dress shoe.
Oh, I said it doesn't prove that SpaceX is fake, the thing, but I haven't watched the whole video. So let's read the Wikipedia article. Or at least parts of it.
Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, doing business as SpaceX, is a private American aerospace manufacturer and space transport services company headquartered in Hawthorne, California. It was founded in 2002 by entrepreneur Elon Musk with the goal of reducing space transportation costs and enabling the colonization of Mars. 8. SpaceX has since developed the Falcon launch vehicle family and the Dragon spacecraft family, which both currently deliver payloads into Earth orbit. SpaceX's achievements include the first privately funded liquid propellant rocket to reach orbit, Falcon 1 in 2008, 9, the first privately funded company to successfully launch, orbit, and recover a spacecraft, Dragon in 2010, the first private company to send a spacecraft to the International Space Station, Dragon in 2012, 10, the first propulsive landing for an orbital rocket, Falcon 9 in 2015, the first reuse of an orbital rocket, Falcon 9 in 2017, and the first privately funded space agency to launch an object into solar orbit, Falcon Heavy's payload of a Tesla Roadster in 2018. SpaceX has flown 10 missions to the International Space Station, ISS, under a cargo resupply contract. 11. NASA also awarded SpaceX a further development contract in 2011 to develop and demonstrate a human-rated Dragon, which would be used to transport astronauts to the ISS and return them safely to Earth. 12. SpaceX announced in 2011 that they were beginning a funded reusable launch system technology development program. In December 2015, a first stage was flown back to a landing pad near the launch site, where it successfully accomplished a propulsive vertical landing. This was the first such achievement by a rocket for orbital spaceflight. 13. In April 2016, with the launch of CRS-8, SpaceX successfully vertically landed a first stage on an ocean drone ship landing platform. 14. In May 2016, in another first, SpaceX again landed a first stage, but during a significantly more energetic geostationary transfer orbit mission. 15. In March 2017, SpaceX became the first to successfully relaunch and land the first stage of an orbital rocket. 16. In September 2016, CEO Elon Musk unveiled the mission architecture of the Interplanetary Transport System Program, an ambitious privately funded initiative to develop spaceflight technology for use in manned interplanetary spaceflight. If demand emerges, this transportation architecture could lead to sustainable human settlements on Pluto over the long term. 1718. In 2017, Elon Musk announced that the company had been contracted by 2 private individuals to send them in a Dragon spacecraft on a free return trajectory around the Moon. 19-2021, provisionally launching in 2018, this could become the first instance of lunar tourism. SpaceX real Falcon Heavy landing and fake Starman lift the veil for 11:60 in SpaceX, 18 days ago. Following up on my last video claiming SpaceX landings are faked, I have to show some amateur video suggesting that they might be real. I also show the absurd view from spacemen and Elon Musk's cherry red space roadster. Thank you for following, upvoting and rest teaming.
So then I'm gonna check why this person thinks that it's fake. Starman's fake and stuff. So this is the YouTube channel Lift the Veil. More dislikes than likes. But almost 20,000 views.
Spaceman from Elon Musk.
So it's a copyrighted song, I think. So perhaps that's another way they try to prevent people from reporting about this, but you can just turn off the audio when there's something copyrighted for them, so then it doesn't have to be censored. Don't know what the exact time limit is. If a couple of milliseconds of a song is already enough to get your channel banned.
All that cheering, and I can act as if it's for me. Hey everybody, welcome to my show. Did I not play my intro? I meant to play my intro after that, I think. Uno momento. Okay, cue musical intro. Boy, that's brilliant. I do think some things in the world are real. Like you guys. You guys are real. Most of you. Thumbs down and leave just the nastiest comments under videos like that, saying anything about Elon Musk being a phony or snake oil salesman, etc., etc. Oh, do we have to talk about the flat earth? Okay, there is no curvature. Or, sorry. We do not experience curvature. We can't see it, and we can't show you the other amateur video I have, and then I'll show you the, is this it right here? Yeah. Here's more amateur videos. Somebody sent me on Twitter saying it's real, and I said, yeah, that's what I hear. This is more amateur video, and then I'll show you how SpaceX ran it, and then I'll show you the landing on the barge and how they've done that before. And I don't know. There is no... As this footage goes out, it always goes out. Look, watch. It's gone. That's the old me, by the way. Oh, wow. I'm in triple now. Just what that was me playing another video of myself. There's another landing now.
So there are people that claim that the shade on this is not correct. You can see it here, it ends here and here somewhere, though the sun is over there. So that's impossible. But perhaps it's not the shade, it's just what it's landing on or whatever. Something like that, you know. I think that he might be right, but I wonder why he thinks Starman is fake, even though he now thinks that landing is real.
Now they would still have live, you know, they would still have continuous video being taken and could be recorded, and then they could just release that continuous video when their feed is back up, which should be right after the rocket lands, which has never been done as far as I can tell. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I give you guys the news. This is where Spaceman is at. This is Spaceman. This video is actually unlisted now. This was streamed live. It's more than 4.5 hours long. This is literally a shot for, I mean, it's not a joke. This is a shot of what Elon Musk purportedly launched outer space, which was a cherry red Tesla Roadster with somebody in one of SpaceX's new flight suits in Earth orbit. And that's the Earth behind it. It looks so fake. Somebody said, so it looks so fake, it must be real. This is, I mean, I'm playing it for you. I should probably play it in double time because it's really slow how it all happens. This is in double time, probably better. See, there's the Earth, you know? And there are multiple views from this car. I can't give you the reason it's fake. You can look at it. Well, except for the curvature. Except for the curvature. There's no reason we would suddenly experience curvature at a higher height. I don't think we experience curvature. Some people think they've seen it, though. Fisheye lenses and stuff. But when you put up a regular camera up into one of those high-altitude balloons, you see the same thing. High altitude. You would see it. You would at least see some, and you don't see any at high altitude. So you're not going to see it in what they call outer space either. But that's what Elon Musk wanted to show you right here. Live views of Starman. I hope I called him Starman. Oh, shit. I got to change my title. I said Spaceman. Changing my title right now. Boy. Okay, great. I called him Star.
So here I see another glitch with the whole Earth, but if this is live broadcast from space and it's broadcast digitally, you can use a digitenna and then you can cut off the digitenna so that the picture becomes distorted. And with digital stuff that can really give strange pictures, it can really be beautiful also sometimes. So that doesn't prove that it's CGI in and of itself. So you would need an expert that can tell the difference between the distortion that occurs when the antenna receiving signal is not strong enough and glitches due to working with blue screen or green screen and chroma keying, etc. Which they also did in the ISS videos. There is this little doll that they grab that shows that they are also using this technology, because they really grab the doll and it's then in their space station supposedly. There are also videos showing that they use contact lenses to generate this virtual reality they see, and these things that are floating about supposedly are not real in reality. They are computer generated images, generated live, like the dinosaurs in Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park. They generate the images on our screen, but the astronauts cannot see them unless they wear these contact lenses. And one time the astronaut was attempting to grab things and stuff, though that stuff wasn't there for us to see. He only saw that on his contact lens, supposedly. So I'm not judging it, but it is very fascinating video and it could be true. So I think that satellites can be real and the ISS can be a fake space station that's really up there, that's pretty big. Or it can be real, it's not that far away. I think it is not outside the Van Allen belts, so then it's possible. Perhaps it's not possible if it would be further than the Van Allen belts, if you'd have to go to the moon. So that's perhaps why no human has ever walked on the moon, some people would claim. However, if you have flying saucers with a Tesla plasma shield and they can cloak and teleport and become invisible, then it's possible people have landed on the moon, and NASA exists to cover up this secret project of the Navy. Not NASA, but the Navy, supposedly. The flying saucers in Queen Maudland, etc.
Starman. Oh, shit. I got to change my title. I said Spaceman.
So they don't want other people to travel to space. That's why they pretend they can do it with these methods that they know of that they cannot work. And also to hide the fake alien invasion plans to depopulate Earth, and then after depopulating, after killing 7 billion of us with the technology they already possess, the scalar waves wireless energy of Nikola Tesla, they will claim the aliens did it, but that they've defeated them, and now they are heroes. After they've depopulated to 500 million, they would claim that. Project Blue Beam. Oh, Blue Beam, I just...
Changing my title right now. Boy. Okay, great. Did that. So there it is. I mean, I don't know what the don't panic is about. Let's see. I'm going to advance to where things really got sketchy for me. This was more than 4.5 hours they showed this stream, okay? This was showing after the video I made about it. Nothing's happening right now. Let me show you where things got really weird for me.
So I wanted to show another glitch I saw in this video where the Earth was glitching when the video was playing. Then I have to rewind a little bit.
This was more than 4.5 hours they showed this stream, okay? This was showing after the video I made about it. You don't have to think the Earth is flat for that. The space, look at it, well, except for the curvature. Except for the curvature. There's no reason we would suddenly experience curvature at a higher height. I don't think we experience curvature. Some people think they've seen it, though. Fisheye lenses and stuff. But when you put up a regular camera up into one of those high altitude balloons, you see the same thing.
Well, the glitch was over there on my video. And another thing people write is that there are no stars. So if it's pointing away from the sun into space, then these stars should be visible. But there's total darkness, and sometimes at one point something like a Death Star of Star Wars movies, basically the Death Star seems to float by. Because I was also claiming we also don't see any satellites. How is this possible? And when I was making that claim, perhaps in one of my previous broadcasts, also chatting in the live broadcast, perhaps it was the first live broadcast of this thing. But I doubt it. They're just rebroadcasting it, and one had a message on it claiming it was not live, that it was recording or something. Whatever, let's watch more, and we perhaps can see some more things. If it would be fake, then there might be something that we can see or hear. There's no sound with it, so we can only watch the screen basically and listen to what that other person has to say about it, why he thinks it's fake.
High altitude. You would see it. You would at least see some, and you don't see any at high altitude. So you're not going to see it in what they call outer space either. But that's what Elon Musk wanted to show you right here. Live views of Starman. I hope I called him Starman. Oh, shit. I got to change my title. I said Spaceman. Change my title.
Yeah, well, I was searching on Spaceman, not on Starman. But on both. I've searched on both already. Is there a Starman Wikipedia article? I doubt it. Starman, a dummy seated on board Elon Musk's Tesla Roadster, which was used as payload on SpaceX's Falcon Heavy test. Well, then there should be a wiki article on it, shouldn't there?
Right now. Boy. Okay, great. Did that. So there it is. I mean, I don't know what the don't panic is about. Let's see. I'm going to advance to where things really got sketchy for me. This was more than 4.5 hours they showed this stream, okay? This was showing after the video I made about it. Nothing's happening right now. Let me show you where things got really weird for me, which is right here. Okay, that's in fast forward. Let me put this in regular motion. What the hell is that supposed to be? I mean, if that is supposed to be stars, and I just don't know what else it would be supposed to be. I just don't know. It's then you could say, yes, it's fake. I mean, you have stars moving in parallax, which if we saw parallax just because there's no freaking way. I don't know. It's very Star Trek. Can't be stars. He's not spinning around fast enough and stuff. But I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be. Space dust? I mean, I don't know. He's held up on one side. I mean, he's held off of some booster or some crap. Oh, here comes the Earth again. You can see that. So you can see that every time. This is in regular speed. It's not perfectly round either, is the thing. It's not perfectly round. It's kind of like cone. There's something weird about the way it supposedly curves there. But they showed this really for 4.5 hours. It's not like the ISS. Oh, also I should mention the International Space Station is not real either. I've just, you don't have to think the Earth is flat for that. The space station isn't real. It's been proven. I've done quite a bit of research on it. Oh, and there's quite a bit of videos that are definitely fake. It might be real, but they've used fake videos for sure. Green screens, harnesses, parabolic flight. So the videos allegedly from the ISS live feed are also faked. There's a little too much curvature, I think, even for what it's supposed to be. And then the Earth, you wouldn't be able to, how you can't see beyond a certain number of miles because the atmosphere and eventually kind of things get really blurry. You wouldn't be able to see all the way to, it doesn't make sense that you could see all those nice clouds and the water and the Earth and stuff. Not from that.
Some people also claimed the continents were missing, but later on in the video we saw some continents as well. But is this shot possible überhaupt? Is there a part of Earth with this much water without any continents or islands?
Far away. It's another problem. Maybe from spy planes, though. Or whatever they use to get satellite photos. I don't know about satellite photos. I don't know if those are from spy planes or from satellites. I do know that we don't have a picture of the Earth. Except for stuff like this, which I believe is CGI. Because there's no curvature. Okay, that should make flat Earth people happy. That I talked about curvature, and
first he said there's too much curvature, and then he said there's no curvature.
I let people know there is none, and the ISS is fake, and the moon landings, but Earth probably isn't flat. Can't be, based on a lot of different things. Can't exactly be that. So, true to my word, when I was given new evidence, I presented new evidence. And then I presented more new evidence of Starman. Been calling him the wrong thing for the whole show. Starman. Oh, here's more of this. Here, check this out. And then I'll let you guys go. It'd be better if they had the music playing the whole time. If it's supposed to be stars, it's so messed up. It's so Star Trek. You wouldn't, because of the parallax, basically. You wouldn't see them moving at different speeds. You don't see a parallax from Earth. Weird, right? Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining me in the chat. Thanks, mods. Thanks, listeners. Thanks, flat earthers.
Well, this is a person named Jake on YouTube. And the title of the video is Starman driving in space. SpaceX is 100% fake. Elon Musk CIA puppet.
Tuesday afternoon, SpaceX will launch its most powerful rocket ever, carrying some cargo belonging to the company's founder, Elon Musk.
So there's also some news clippings that may be nice to get to know a little more about SpaceX for the people that don't know yet. So they're a private company, they're not NASA, doing space travel, spaceships, etc. are used.
Musk's red Tesla Roadster sports car will be loaded inside the rocket before it is launched beyond the atmosphere. Musk tweeted this animation illustrating what a successful launch would look like. If all goes as planned, Musk's car and a spacesuit-clad dummy named Starman will detach from the sports car will be loaded inside the Roadster sports car will be loaded. Founder Elon Musk's red Tesla Roadster sports car.
So that's not giving us a view or an idea of how it is supposedly constructed in space with the cameras, how it would look from a couple of meters distance. So the point opened up or something, and then the car came out, and then it's still connected to the spaceship, and it has 4 cameras that are recording. They are remotely controlled from Earth, perhaps. But this here is floating. This is a floating car, basically. So this must have been edited in with the CGI. Unless they can levitate the car like a flying saucer, basically. It's saucer technology. That's why they put it in a car, to hide that it's saucer technology. Lol.
Will be loaded inside the rocket before it is launched beyond the atmosphere. Musk tweeted this animation illustrating what a successful launch would look like. If all goes as planned, Musk's car and a spacesuit-clad dummy named Starman will detach from the rocket and head into deep space.
So now we have a better idea of the supposed construction. I had not seen this yet. So then this thing is floating around the Earth, and it's circling around its own axis probably, and the cameras then pick up Earth at times. But what its exact trajectory is, perhaps you can find that online as well. So basically I should be able to mute it like this.
That name Starman is a tribute to the late musician David Bowie.
Like a lot of people don't understand what's the purpose of sending a car to Mars. There's no point. Obviously, it's just for fun. And to get the public excited.
What's the purpose of sending a car to Mars? There's no point. Obviously, it's just for fun. And to get the public excited.
Well, you know, we got this here rocket, and then we got this here car, and we figured since we got a rocket and we got a car, that we could put the car inside the rocket, take that damn car up into space and shove it on out there into space. I mean, we're just screwing around. We think it would be funny looking and shit.
And as many of you already know, we have opted to have a little fun with our mass simulator. Stacked inside the fairing is Elon's cherry red Tesla Roadster. And inside of it, a passenger. His name is Starman, but don't worry, he's not human.
As Lauren just mentioned, if all goes well today, Falcon Heavy will put the Roadster on board into an Earth-Mars orbit around the sun on a journey that could last for 1 billion years.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Falcon Heavy.
Look at this. Look at this. People actually believe that there is a car floating around out in space. People are buying this. You know what I'm watching this on right now? On a supposed live feed. Live Starman driving in space after successful Heavy Falcon launch. SpaceX real-time updates. So people are now passing off this footage from SpaceX as live footage. Look at this. Almost 8,000 people watching this crap. And look at all these people in the chat going off like, oh my god, that's so amazing. I mean, some people are calling it out as fake, but if you look at the numbers, 34,000 thumbs up versus 3,000 thumbs down, that means a lot of people are buying this. Millions and millions of people actually believe there is a car floating around in fucking space. How retarded do you have to be to believe in stuff?
Well, it looked pretty real, the launch, except for the exhaust, and then I wondered, then there must be people that were watching that, so why were they watching that on a screen in a building together? That's weird. If you're standing outside and you're watching the space shuttle or the rocket take off and stuff, that would be logical with such a thing. And the exhaust burned in a fake way, fake type of way, as if it was edited, as if it were fake basically, but done with pretty fast computers. So actually I haven't seen anything that proves that it's real or fake. However, I think it could be real. So I don't rule out that it could be real at this point. I'm also trying to learn, and the best way to learn is to teach, so then I have to set the right example, give the right example, whatever. So then I should not take an opinion when I have no evidence that proves it beyond any reasonable doubt. That's the wrong thing to do, and I think lots of people are doing that. And then it becomes harder to control the factors that control aging in time.
stuff like this, people. Look how fake and stupid this looks. Do you believe people out there actually think this is real? Look at this. People actually think this is real. People actually are buying this. Like, yeah, that's Elon Musk's cherry red roadster floating around there in space. Well,
so this way my mic should be on. I'm gonna check. But again, I wanted to say again, the continents seem to be missing. So that's kind of weird that you have such a large. It's like more than 30% of the Earth's surface from that side. So then I wonder if it is possible, such a view without any land anywhere. So let's say it's the Atlantic Ocean, but that might not even be that big. There might not be. So if we have here I have a globe, a little globe of Earth. So then we see that view. We see part of Earth, basically this part, something like that. Finding the part with most water. Anyway, that's how it looks, you know. So here's a part with a lot of water, but you'd see land here basically, or if you place it in a different way. Is it possible to get an all blue globe like this? Well, then there's still here. There's some land. So then this shot would be possible. So I'm trying to find things. What do they call them? Not glitches. There's another word the conspiracy theorists use. Evidence and proof instead of debunking, etc. Anomalies. Oh yeah.
why did he do that? For fun, for shits and giggles, and to get the public interested. And let me tell you what, I'm the public, and I'm interested. This is some funny shit right here.
How amazed were you to see your roadster up there with Starman just cruising along with the Blue Planet? And how long will we be getting live views, do you think, from the car?
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI if it was fake. You can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. Like, we'd have way better CGI if it was fake.
I mean, yeah, you can tell that it's real because of how fake it looks. I mean, that's how you judge how realistic something is because
Okay. Well, I do appreciate it when people let us know their honest opinions. So thank you all for your uploads. everything wrong with SpaceX car in space. Yeah, what's wrong with it? Or is it just wrong when 11 children die every minute of starvation to spend billions on a vehicle that you send into space instead of teaching them how to grow food for themselves and prevent their kids from starving, etc. Or when we need to control the factors that control aging. Isn't that more important than the Tesla Roadster in space?
Everything wrong with
This is
SpaceX
just
car in space.
This is just a normal car.
Astronaut.
Normal air-filled rubber tires, no space paint, no nothing, no space-hardened components or extra materials, just a normal car. Everything else they send up there has to be protected from the harsh conditions of space and has to be made out of space-hardened materials and lots of gold foil, but this car doesn't have to be, I guess. This blue marble in the background doesn't show any continents, but who cares? I mean, as long as they show something blue and round and with non-moving clouds, I guess it's fine. Oh boy. According to all space agencies and all mainstream media, the space up there is absolutely cluttered with space debris. So I don't even see how they can go more than 5 minutes without crashing into anything, but all right.
Let's look close to home, in orbit around the planet at the International Space Station.
Two interesting or fascinating what seem to be sensible points are made by astronaut already.
A piece of bare metal in space under constant sunlight can get as hot as 260 degrees Celsius. If they need to handle bare metal, they wrap it in special coatings or blankets to protect themselves. And yet in the shade, an object will cool down to minus 100 degrees Celsius. In space, it's as cold as it can get.
You know what? Why don't we put a whole Tesla Roadster into a giant oven, bake it a little at 260 degrees Celsius, and afterwards freeze it down to 100 degrees below 0 Celsius. And we do it all in some giant vacuum, I mean, can you use your critical thinking skills on this and not just accept anything you are told on TV and by the mainstream media? This is so retarded, so ridiculous, guys. And please have a look at their live stream.
And that landing burn has started.
You can easily see here that in the live stream, these boosters landed on white circle landing pads with an X in the middle. And in this official SpaceX footage, which is labeled recorded live on 6th February this year, 2018, they show different landing pads. Yeah, but if you have no problem with edited live footage and looped live footage, then have a look at this live stream, which claims to be live from Starman now, but it's just the same looped footage over and over and over again. I hope at least some of the die-hard SpaceX fans watching this may begin to think about what they are celebrating here and can open their eyes to the truth. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.
How would you do that?
You'd warm it up. Just warm it up. If you
With
want,
a blanket or with what? How would you warm Mars up? You know, it's a
the
long
fast
way away from the sun.
There's the fast way and the slow way.
Okay. Give me the fast way.
The fast way is drop thermonuclear weapons over the poles.
You're a supervillain. That's what a supervillain does.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm going to do... Oh wow, it was on my big screen. I thought it was still on the video. On the desktop, I mean. So... some interesting points made by Astronaut on YouTube, the YouTube channel Astronaut. Yeah, the idea is I'm gonna first study more of these videos we see on YouTube, and then then I'm gonna try to gather the best evidence that proves beyond any reasonable doubt SpaceX is a hoax as well. That they're faking it, it's totally fake. And it's proven beyond any reasonable doubt by what? If you know, then please Skype ProLogic 999. and let me know, then I can do a broadcast about it. Would be cool. With little fruit flies sometimes, also during the winter. And I think that's weird, we've never had that in the kitchen waste basket basically. So perhaps we should get something that's completely airtight, perhaps that would help. Okay, so this is one of my worst broadcasts, please keep that in mind, and I hope you check my channel and then find a good video, and then please like and